Hi everyone, today we are here with Erica, our favorite. Let's just not tell Michael and Jake.
No, we can definitely tell them.
Anyway.
I was like, tell them.
Okay, my first question for you is, what made you want to start real estate?
The really cliche snippet of it is I was always a big like HD TV type person. And there was just a point where I had an opportunity to learn how to flip houses, so I did it, and that's just kind of like what started the whole real estate anything.
Right.
And then from there, I didn't know if I actually wanted to be an agent. I was like very nervous with my skill set that I wouldn't be a very good one. And I don't know, after like 2-3 years, I just said, you know what, whatever, let's just go for it, let's try it. I had gotten the job as a TC, and then actually I think I started my classes before that, but that just helped like solidify it that I wanted to do.
So how long were you a TC before you like became a real estate agent?
I was a TC, I think 3 months. Sorry, Jake. I know Jake's kind of mad about that. But it made room for WADA. So, technically I was in the role for 3 months. And pretty much just time to get my classes done and take my test and get licensed. And then I was like, I want to be an agent.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
gonna go for sure. How long did it take for you to get your first closing?
So I started at the beginning of May, and my first closing, oh man, I need to look this up. My first closing was in June. I couldn't tell you the day. June 2nd maybe? Anyways. So I feel like I had quite a bit between June and July. And August was kind of a dead month, but I had like 5 of them that closed between June and July.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. And the thing is, did it help you because you was an admin before?
Oh, definitely. Because I think I wrote most of my contracts with those 5 people. So just knowing the contracts in and out, that helped so much. Because I was like, oh, I've been doing this for other, other people. I've also been sitting in a room listening to how other agents are going to structure their offers and what's popular right now and what's going to help clients. So hearing all that, just taking it, working it for my clients really helped a lot.
For sure. I feel like because we are we're looking at from the back end, we already know like what majority of the stuff is. So when we're in the actual field, it's not the first time that we've seen it or like we went through the situation. So it's just like a big privilege for us for sure.
Definitely. Or even just explaining to your client like what the purchase agreement is, what the information we need. It's so easy when it feels like a smooth conversation rather than being like, wait, what do I need again? I'll call you later, and having to kind of prep, but you just kind of know it.
Right, for sure. So how long have you altogether been a real estate agent?
Since May, so is that 8 months? 8 months.
Okay. What is like one hardship that you think you went through, just to let people know, like newer agent know, just like one of the mistakes maybe that you did, just so like someone else.
Good. Yeah, I think so I pended 5 deals very quickly. I think the mistake that I made was that while having those going, I neglected my calls. So I wasn't as consistent, and I wasn't making as many phone calls from like 8 to 10 every day that we normally do. Because I was very overwhelmed and just trying to make sure that I was doing everything I could do to make these deals happen. So going forward, that's something that I wish I would have known sooner, but at the same time, everybody's gonna make mistakes. It's just where,
along the way, and then you just learn as like you go by. So that's good to know, because like it's always like, oh, you got all these deals, and you forget about how you still need to like get in contact with like other people and keep making sure that you're still doing your job. And while like even if those 5 deals are done, you still have more that's coming your way.
Right.
So it's just a good way to look at that.
Yeah.
Okay. What advice would you give to someone that is thinking about becoming a real estate agent?
I would tell them one of two things, honestly. Either A, consider being a TC, so transaction coordinator. I'm so behind that ball. I'm so behind that. Because I feel like, once again, it solidifies, you find out what you're actually in for and can solidify whether or not like you actually want to do it.
Right.
But if you are somebody who's like just like newly licensed type of a thing, highly consider a team. I think a lot of people get wrapped up in the numbers and just honestly like the money they potentially miss out on being on a team. But if you think of it more of like, this is the amount of deals I could be doing, and this is the amount of knowledge I can get and experience I can get, and this, you know, if you're on a team for 2 or 3 years, in the grand scheme of things, maybe you do 40 deals in those 3 years. And if you were a single agent on your own, you did 10. Tell me who, now that you go on a single agent, like, you're gonna have way more experience and stuff that's gonna help propel you forward. So I would rather have that repetition rather than necessarily the money up front.
Then like, because later on, then if you want to be on your own, then you already have the experience like in a short time. Because like they provided more for you than you being on your own. Because you're like starting new.
I mean, you get leads, and really the advice. And it's not even just the team lead. At least our team is very much that way, where it's like, I can ask anybody else on the team their advice or anything, and everybody's so willing to help each other. And that's really hard to come by, I feel like.
For sure. You just need to find the right team.
And
it's the McAfee Home Group.
It's the McAfee Home Group.
There you go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That will be it.